Virginia has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Washington County in north-central Maryland, southwestern Frederick County in north-central Maryland, north-central Loudoun County in northern Virginia, Jefferson County in the Panhandle of West Virginia, central Berkeley County in the Panhandle of West Virginia, until 1:45 p.m. At 12:57 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Martinsburg to near Inwood to 10 miles northeast of Winchester, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, damaging winds will cause some trees and large branches to fall. This could injure those outdoors, as well as damage homes and vehicles. Roadways may become blocked by downed trees. Localized power outages are possible. Unsecured light objects may become projectiles. Locations impacted include Martinsburg, Charlestown, Shepherdstown, Brunswick, Ranson, Inwood, Braddock Heights, Harpers Ferry, Kearneysville, Point of Rocks, Corporation of Ranson, Jefferson, Lovettsville, Keedysville, Sharpsburg, Shenandoah Junction, Midway, Rosemont, Lawrenceville, and Burkittsville. Get indoors to protect yourself from wind and lightning. Trees around you may be down from damaging winds, so if you are near large trees, move to an interior room on the lowest floor. Don't drive underneath trees or in wooded areas until the threat has passed. Virginia has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for South Central Howard County in central Maryland, central Montgomery County in central Maryland, until 2:30 p.m. At 2:03 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over North Potomac, or over Gaithersburg, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, damaging winds will cause some trees and large branches to fall. This could injure those outdoors, as well as damage homes and vehicles. Roadways may become blocked by downed trees. Localized power outages are possible. Unsecured light objects may become projectiles. Locations impacted include Columbia, Germantown, Rockville, Bethesda, Gaithersburg, Olney, Aspen Hill, Potomac, North Bethesda, Montgomery Village, North Potomac, Fairland, White Oak, Redland, Tacoma Park, Colesville, Camp Mill, Chevy Chase, North Kensington, and South Kensington. Get indoors to protect yourself from wind and lightning. Trees around you may be down from damaging winds, so if you are near large trees, move to an interior room on the lowest floor. Don't drive underneath trees or in wooded areas until the threat has passed. Virginia has issued a special marine warning for Chesapeake Bay from Pools Island to Sandy Point, Maryland, Chesapeake Bay from Sandy Point to North Beach, Maryland, Chester River to Queenstown, Maryland, Eastern Bay, Patapsco River including Baltimore Harbor, until 4:15 p.m. At 2:10 p.m., strong thunderstorms were located over central Maryland, moving east at 35 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source, radar indicated. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include North Point State Park, Magothy River, Chester River, Eastern Bay, Pools Island, Greenberry Point, Shadyside, Herring Bay, Highland Beach, Sandy Point State Park, Severn River, Bloody Point Light, Thomas Point Light, Poplar Island, Parsons Island, Fort Smallwood State Park, Pinehurst, Hart Miller Island, Gibson Island, and Bodkin Point. Now for the National Weather Service marine forecast for the northern Chesapeake Bay and adjoining estuaries north of North Beach. This afternoon, south winds 5 knots. Waves less than 1 foot. Numerous showers and thunderstorms. Visibility 1 nautical mile or less. in Sterling, Virginia has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Anne Arundel County in central Maryland, southeastern Howard County in central Maryland, southeastern Montgomery County in central Maryland, northern Prince George's County in central Maryland, until 3:15 p.m. At 2:23 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Beltsville, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, damaging winds will cause some trees and large branches to fall. This could injure those outdoors, as well as damage homes and vehicles. Roadways may become blocked by downed trees. Localized power outages are possible. Unsecured light objects may become projectiles. Locations impacted include Columbia, Bowie, Severn, Annapolis, College Park, Crofton, Greenbelt, Langley Park, Beltsville, Largo, Bladensburg, Mayo, Shadyside, Deal, Naval Academy, Severn River, South River, Gibson Island, Sillery Bay and Bird Stadium. Get indoors to protect yourself from wind and lightning. Trees around you may be down from damaging winds, so if you are near large trees, move to an interior room on the lowest floor. Don't drive underneath trees or in wooded areas until the threat has passed. A severe thunderstorm. The National Weather Service in Mount Holly, New Jersey has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Talbot County in eastern Maryland, southwestern Queen Anne's County in northeastern Maryland, southwestern Caroline County in eastern Maryland, until 3:45 p.m. At 3:02 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over South River, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expects damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Easton, Talbot, Denton, Roanoke, Federalsburg, Ridgely, Trapp, St. Michael's, Preston, Oxford, Queen Anne, Grassendale, Copperhill, Agner, Choptank, Winnie Hill, Tanyard, Harmony, Tilden Island, and Stevensville. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. In addition to damaging winds, frequent cloud-to-ground lightning is occurring with this storm. Move indoors immediately. Remember, if you can hear thunder, you are close enough to be struck by lightning. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a special marine warning for Chesapeake Bay from North Beach to Drum Point, Maryland, Choptank River to Cambridge, Maryland, and the Little Choptank River, until 4:45 p.m. At 3:16 p.m., strong thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Bloody Point Light to near Chesapeake Beach, moving east at 30 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Wind will arrive well before any rain. Source, observe wind gusts of 45 knots at Herring Bay. Impact, motors and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Choptank River, Tilden Island, Blacklonet Point, Chesapeake Beach, James Island, Calvert Cliffs, Knapp's Narrows Bridge, North Beach, and Taylor's Island. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected. The National Weather Service in Mount Holly, New Jersey has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Sussex County in southern Delaware, Talbot County in eastern Maryland, south central Queen Anne's County in northeastern Maryland, southern Caroline County in eastern Maryland, until 4:30 p.m. At 3:36 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Grassendale to near Oxford to 8 miles south of Tilden Island, moving southeast at 35 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar and public indicated. The storm has a history of producing wind damage in central and eastern Maryland. At 3:18 p.m., a 62 miles per hour wind gust was reported on the southern end of Kent Island. Impact, expects damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Easton, Seaford, Federalsburg, Bridgeville, Trapp, St. Michael's, Preston, Oxford, Vineyard, Harmony, Smithville, Skitton, Copperville, Agner, Matthews, Choptank, Hamilton, Griffin, Windy Hill, and Cordova. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. In addition to damaging winds, frequent cloud-to-ground lightning is occurring with this storm. Move indoors immediately. Remember, if you can hear thunder, you are close enough to be struck by lightning. Torrential rainfall is occurring with these storms and may lead to flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways.
Things now, kind of just going between the time frames here. It looks like by about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
A special marine warning. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a special marine warning for Chesapeake Bay from Drum Point, Maryland to Smith Point, Virginia. Chesapeake Bay from North Beach to Drum Point, Maryland. Pawtuxet River to Brooms Island, Maryland. Tangier Sound and the inland waters surrounding Bloodsworth Island until 5:15 p.m. At 3:45 p.m., a gust front was located along a line extending from near Choptank River to Calvert Cliffs, moving east at 35 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Little to no rain will accompany the winds. Source, radar indicated. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Cuckold Creek, Town Creek, Hooper Island Light, Drum Point, Fishing Bay, Pongo River, Nanticoke River Mouth, Bivalve, and Solomon's Island. Move to safe harbor until hazardous weather passes. Now for the National Weather Service. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a special marine warning for Chesapeake Bay from North Beach to Drum Point, Maryland. Chesapeake Bay from Sandy Point to North Beach, Maryland. Choptank River to Cambridge, Maryland in the Little Choptank River. Eastern Bay until 8 p.m. At 5:55 p.m., strong thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 9 nautical miles northeast of Cambridge to National Harbor to Occoquan Bay, moving east at 35 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source, observed wind of 36 knots has been reported at both the Dulles Airport and Occoquan, Virginia. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Choptank River, Knapp's Narrows Bridge, Tillman Island, Blacklenet Point, Taylor's Island, North Beach, Bloody Point Light, James Island, Chesapeake Bay Bridge, Thomas Point Light, Mattapeake, Calvert Cliffs, Poplar Island, Herring Bay, Highland Beach, Chesapeake Beach, and Shady Side. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for South Central Anne Arundel County in central Maryland, Calvert County in southern Maryland, southern Prince George's County in central Maryland, northeastern Charles County in southern Maryland until 7 p.m. At 6:06 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Forestville to near St. Charles, moving southeast at 40 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, damaging winds will cause some trees and large branches to fall. This could injure those outdoors, as well as damage homes and vehicles. Roadways may become blocked by downed trees. Localized power outages are possible. Unsecured light objects may become projectiles. Locations impacted include Waldorf, Clinton, Fort Washington, Forestville, Chesapeake Beach, Prince Frederick, Upper Marlboro, Calvert Cliffs, Breezy Point, Flag Harbor, Andrews Air Force Base, Howling Point, Camp Springs, Oxon Hill, Rosaryville, Friendly, Marlton, Dunkirk, St. Leonard, and St. Charles. Get indoors to protect yourself from wind and lightning. Trees around you may be down from damaging winds, so if you are near large trees, move to an interior room on the lowest floor. Don't drive underneath trees or in wooded areas until the threat has passed. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a special marine warning for Chesapeake Bay from Drum Point, Maryland to Smith Point, Virginia. Chesapeake Bay from North Beach to Drum Point, Maryland. Pawtuxet River to Brooms Island, Maryland. Tangier Sound and the inland waters surrounding Bloodsworth Island until 8:30 p.m. At 6:35 p.m., strong thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Chesapeake Beach to 7 nautical miles northeast of the United States. 301 Nice Memorial Bridge, moving southeast at 35 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source, radar indicated. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Cuckold Creek, Greenwell State Park, Cooper Island Light, Drum Point, Fishing Bay, Pongo River, Nanticoke River Mouth, Bivalve, Richland Point Buoy, Patargus, and Deal Island. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected. Now for the official from Indian Head to Cobb Island, Maryland, until 11:30 p.m. At 10 p.m., strong thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Wicomico River to near Yokomico River, moving east at 25 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater and small hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Cooper Island Light, Piney Point, Deep Hole, Nanticoke River Mouth, Solomon's Island, Cuckold Creek, Carm Island, Town Creek, Colton's Point, Drum Point, Coles Point, Wicomico River, Pongo River, St. George Island, Point No Point, Richland Point Buoy, Patargus, Deal Island, and Tall Timbers. Move to safe harbor until hazardous weather passes. Frequent lightning is occurring with these storms. If caught on the open water, stay below deck if possible. Keep away from ungrounded metal objects. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a special marine warning for Chesapeake Bay from North Beach to Drum Point, Maryland. Chesapeake Bay from Sandy Point to North Beach, Maryland. Choptank River to Cambridge, Maryland, and the Little Choptank River, Eastern Bay, until 11:30 p.m. At 10:02 p.m., strong thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 10 nautical miles west of Deal to 9 nautical miles north of Wicomico River, moving east at 40 knots. Hazard, wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source, radar indicated. Impact, boaters and small craft could be thrown overboard by suddenly higher winds and waves capsizing their vessel. Locations impacted include Choptank River, Parsons Island, Eastern Bay, Blackconet Point, Miles River, Bears Beach, Roanoke, Bloody Point Light, James Island, Flag Harbor, Calvert Cliffs, Poplar Island, Taylor's Island, Tilghman Island, Shadyside, and Mayo. Move to safe harbor until hazardous weather passes. Frequent lightning is occurring with these storms. If caught on the open water, stay below deck if possible. Keep away from ungrounded metal objects.